since
I have not. I have not.
What do you think it is that would have made Dennis Smith thrive here as a Knicks?
I just think that his athleticism, his playmaking ability. I've been knowing the kid since he was 14 years old. So, you know, I know what he's capable of. And I wasn't throwing shade at Frank at all. For people that got their pants in bunches and things of that nature here in New York, and look for any controversy here. You know, I was basically stating what I saw in Dennis Smith and what I saw from him and him coming out and watching the draft, and you know, thought that he would be a great fit here with Porzingis. You know, and that's not saying that Frank won't be a great fit. I haven't seen much of him. I knew about him from my best friend, who I went to high school with, who actually played with him, you know, overseas the last couple of years. But I mean, it's the same if I think Deshaun Watson should be a Brown. Doesn't mean that Myles Garrett is not going to be a great football player. Deshaun Watson should have been our quarterback. It's the same thing. It's not you know the next guy. It's just that you state what you see. That's all that is for the clarification of people who just live in the box. And for Enos Kanter, who always got something to say, he says, I don't know what's wrong.
Did you?
Some people wrong to take it that way too, because you know he was the guy who was picked.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a shot at him. That's for sure.
So it was LeBron. It was intentional that you brought up the Knicks that night.
Well, when I was watching the draft, I thought they was gonna pick him, and you know, I talked about it with people that I know the game, that knows the game. I know what Dennis Smith is capable of doing, and I knew the Knicks was have been looking for a point guard. Am I stating things that's false? No, I think this is facts, right? So I thought they would pick him, and they didn't. But like I said, there's no shade at Frank. I don't even know the kid. I wasn't even thinking about the kid when I was talking about Dennis Smith. I was thinking about just the Knicks organization and Phil Jackson at the time, and Dennis Smith's talent and Porzingis, and that's all I was thinking about. So.
Where did you know him from? Just from playing in the summertime? Dennis Smith?
Where do I know him from?
Yeah.
I've known him since he was in high school.
He went to one of your camps,
yeah,
right?
I've been knowing Dennis Smith since he was 13 years old, so I know he's capable. He trained with me a few times in my hometown of Akron at my high school, so I know he's capable. What's going to be worse here than I felt before in my career? Just stating facts, that's all. Have you seen Dennis Smith play? Have y'all seen him play? So, good. Man, get out of here. Y'all tripping here. Y'all tripping here. Next question.
Do you have any, obviously you mentioned Phil just now. We know what happened with some of the comments, and I'm sure you saw the way things went with Carmelo here. Do you have a little sort of disappointment in the way the Knicks have?
No, I don't. No, because it's not all. Phil was just a small piece of it. It was a big piece of it, actually. I don't have no problem with the Knicks organization. I wasn't here, so I don't know the insights and everything. I'm a fan of the game, you know, as well. And it's great when the Knicks, the Celtics, and the Lakers are great in our league all at the same time. It's best for our league. So, but I don't have no. I have no wrongdoing from the Knicks organization. I don't know how they, you know, we all know how they handle the Carmelo situation, but I'm not a fan of Phil Jackson, though. I think you guys already know that. That's the past stuff. He's not even here anymore.
What strides have you guys made as a team since you lost to the Knicks?
No, I don't know. I just want to get better. I'm not in Cavs mode right now.
About Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. That's the truth. Am I lying? All right, I'm done. Appreciate it.
It was all right. I was very sick. Came in with a ski mask on today. Migraine. One of my migraines came back and they had a coat on top of that. So I didn't get to warm up before the game. I had to get 2 IVs so I can have some type of energy. Well, I play okay. I mean, I didn't have the burst and the same energy, but I just try to give as much as I have for my teammates and just go out there and get a win, knowing that we've been struggling, and just try to keep our momentum going. You missed a couple shots, I mean, but I think we did a great job of just trying to keep them away from the basket. He tried to get a couple of scoop layups in that he's very good at. But our bigs did a great job of staying back, keeping their hands up, and kind of blocking the shots. No, just do a better job. For one, I got challenged by Kobe, but I challenged myself before then, so it was kind of great to get the challenge from the Mamba. But just coach every day, always tell me I can be a better defender, a better two-way player, and just stay in plays more often. That's something I'm trying to do, and it kind of helps when you're in better shape. You don't get tired as quick. It was great. I was very excited for that. I only played 24 minutes, and that was great. Those guys played well. And it's a boost for those guys. Hopefully those guys can find some momentum and find a rhythm they can get used to, and we can get back to playing the way we want to play. And with those guys play well. They make our game a lot easier.
Just be active with him. We know he's aggressive getting to the basket. I think he leads the league in attacks to the basket. So as much as possible, we want to load up the paint. When he does that, he's more passive. And he took a lot of shots tonight, but he wasn't hitting. So we just continue to play his percentages and continue to force him into jumpers versus driving. It's great because he's able to switch, on the defensive end and guard guards, and it makes it easier on us, and us guards have to box out. But his versatility is everything we need, and his size is just perfect. Then on the offensive end, he's getting his flow back. In the first couple of games, he was getting his wind back, and he's a lot more comfortable. We're going to continue to assert him into the game, and he's always going to be aggressive as we need him to be. So Keith is definitely a valuable piece.
Turning the corner?
Yeah, I think we pretty much got it figured out. Has been something that was preached to us in the last couple of days is when we hold teams under 100. Our record of last year, what we were capable of doing, and then the couple games that we've had this year in which we did it. So we understand what it's about. We understand where we're at right now, and we can't look back. We got to continue to stay consistent with it. More. Just trying to get to the free throw line more. And one thing I worked on in the off season was always my ball handling and being able to get downhill. Everybody knows I can shoot threes, and they know that's what I love to do. But that's something that I'm trying to beat everybody else to the punch. So I don't want to be a straight one-dimensional player. So I got to put the ball on the floor and get into the basket and use my body to be able to finish with contact. A lot of times. So it was definitely something I worked on in the off season, but it's definitely still a work in progress too.
100%. This whole week has been a kind of reevaluation of myself, and I kind of lost sight of the fact that defense is my strongest suit, and I'm just back to that. That's my main focus. Defense leads to offense. So, Coach did a great job of pretty much helping me, get over that. Defense, man. We played defense. We had a great PG and Dennis Schroeder, the 2 for 16. The first unit came out intense. The second unit came out intense. We had some slip-ups, but who doesn't? We stuck with it for 48 minutes. Well, I'm a risky player, so I'm in the passing lanes a lot. I like to hack. I like to reach. Do anything that I could do to pretty much get the upper edge, and sometimes it works to my detriment. So just being solid means just stay solid and don't reach and don't go for steals.
Just playing team defense. We emphasized that last couple of days. Took a couple bad losses by not playing D. And that's got to be our identity. It's a lot different. They got a bunch of young guys, man. Just take some time in the rebuilding stage. Take a couple years to get back. Offensively, I think we found some momentum too. Not to take no credit away from the Lakers and the Hawks, but they aren't the best offensive team. So once we get to those good teams, then we'll be able to measure where we at. Just try to slide my feet, man. You're not gonna stop everybody. Just try to defend. Just basically try to see where I'm at when I'm playing defense on smaller guys.
Felt good. As long as we just keep playing, defending. Getting out in transition, we'll hold our own. First group did well, so sometimes it's up to us to keep up, the pace. It's going to be great for us. Just got to stay consistent, defense, sharing the ball. That's going to be our calling card for the second group: sharing the ball, playing unselfish, offensively and defensively. Playing fast, playing unselfish on both ends, and speed. First group, John, Brad, Keith. Second group, we just have to, play together. We do that, and I think we're one of the best benches in the league. He takes his time. He lets the game come to him. Definitely admire that. His toughness. feel like we kind of have the same toughness, mentality, physicality. But, you know, he just takes his time, he's patient, lets the game come to him. I like that.